When was the last time you really took a moment to think about your goals and what you want to accomplish? Hey everyone, I'm Jenna, and I want to help you combine creativity and planning to get stuff done. Today on Runs on Espresso, we are going to talk goals. Many of us set goals at the start of the year and plug away every month at them, every week. But do we ever take the time to really check in with ourselves and our goals to see if they are working for us or if we even care about them anymore? I like to think I check in consistently, but lately it has felt like I am just going through the motions and I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. I figure if I'm feeling this way, others may too. And June felt like the perfect time to review and revise my goals. It will be perfect to kick off the last half of the year. I started the year in this Moxie Life vertical planner, and it's great. I love it, but I feel I need to simplify. I've got several things to think about, and maybe you do too. In general, is our current system working? Are we still excited to use it? Can I use it in a different way to make it better? For me, Moxie Life was a great way to get started. But I don't feel I need the full planner anymore. Do I switch to the companion notebooks? Maybe a regular notebook? Do I make this planner work for me? I am really going to try to make this work for me since I already have it. And I will probably switch over to a dedicated notebook or bullet journal for 2024. Once we've thought about what our current system is and if we want to try and use it or switch to something else, we need to evaluate our goals. I have really been thinking about my life categories, and I feel for me several of these categories overlap each other. For me, personal, fun and recreation, family and relations, and spiritual and personal growth, those all tend to overlap for me. I never know which to put in each category. And sometimes I feel health and wellness and spiritual and personal growth also have an overlap. So I have decided, instead of using the 8 Moxie Life categories, I'm also going to simplify my categories. I'm going to go from these 8 to 4. I'm going to do personal, which is going to entail personal, fun and recreation, family and relationships, and spiritual and personal growth. I'm going to keep health and wellness as kind of my fitness area. I'm going to keep finance, and I'm going to keep physical environment. For the work and learning, I have moved that into an HB90 system this past quarter as an experiment, and it has been working so well for me that I'm going to take this part out of Moxie Life and continue with the HB90 program. And now I'm going to look at my actual goals that I set at the beginning of the year. I need to think how I'm going to adjust these moving forward. I have simplified my personal, fun and recreation, family and relationships, and spiritual and personal growth into one category, and I have set my goals. I have used the vision board to kind of set up my new goals for the next 6 months. And I also have some kind of little like trackers for some of these. so that I can come back and cross those off. I decided to put in the trackers because I have been watching Cindy Gutter-Baldo do this in her weekly actions, and I've been meaning to incorporate it for months. I just haven't done it. So I went ahead, and since I'm revamping my goals, I'm going to revamp my system. And now we'll take a closer look at each of these so you can kind of get an idea of what I plan for my goals. And as part of my goals, I've been trying to use up some older stickers. So that is what I use to set up my goals. And I feel like I've said goals a lot in the last couple of sentences. First personal goal is I want to read 52 books this year. That is kind of a goal I set every year for myself. It equates to 1 book a week. I want to have weekly art time. So whether that's 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, I want to make sure I put that on my calendar and I actually do art. And by that I mean drawing, painting, the Archer and Olive Unbound, which I'm going to have an unboxing and review video for that, so I'll make sure to post a link. And so I figured out there are 26 weeks left in the year, so I made a box for each week, and I will mark them off as I do them. I also want to have weekly gaming time. I want to finish The Last of Us, so I've made a little tracker for that as well. And again, whether that's I set aside 15 minutes, half an hour to play, I'm going to do that every week. I want to go on 3 vacations. We've already done one. I haven't actually crossed anything off in my trackers yet, but I will. And I want to have monthly friend dates, so I have the 12 months there. I want to, in this box here, is create a PM routine and actually stick with it. So I put in there the things that I want to do each night, or most nights. And then I have what I'm calling self-improvement, which is this little chart here. And I have monthly items for that: Club Moxie, One Little Word, Just Right, and then I want to do Story of Self, which is 10 lessons. So I have, for the monthly ones, I've got the months, and for Story of Self, I have the lessons here. Health, I don't have a tracker here. I track that elsewhere, but I wanted to make sure that I put it in here. And I don't know why I called this one short term, but I want to keep up 3 to 4 times per week with my running. I think I titled that short term because it's already something I've been doing, I am doing, and I plan to continue doing. So I was just like, well, we'll call that short term. Long term, I want to build up to 3 times per week of strength training and build up to 1 time per week of yoga and plyometrics. And we'll flip this over and we'll take a look at the finance. These are pretty much the same as I said at the beginning of the year. I want to pay off my debt, so I have my Amex and my Chase, and because there's about 5 payments left on each of those, I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then I'll move to Chase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is my debt snowball. And I want to keep up with my monthly budgeting, my weekly budgets. I want to get back on the low spend bandwagon. I want to continue building my emergency fund and home improvement fund. At the end of the year, I want to have $2,500 in each of those accounts. And then I want to finish the budget course, which has 7 modules. So I have a little tracker there. And lastly, I have home. And these are pretty much the same as I said at the beginning of the year. I want to declutter my house. I need to schedule a donation pickup once I finish decluttering. And I want to keep up with the monthly and the quarterly cleaning tasks. And then I added, just to start, a list of the items that I want to fix up around the house and start fixing those small things that I know I can do by myself. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to use the planner going forward for my goals. The monthly spread, maybe I'll use that for planning and tracking art and gaming days. For the monthly goals page, I'll still use that. I'll take a look at my annual goals, figure out what I need to do each month, and these 3 here and this one I will leave blank. I'll use personal, health and wellness, finance, and physical environment. Weekly actions. This is actually one of my favorite pages in this planner because I do need the help breaking the goals down into weekly actions. If I don't go with the companion notebooks and I do this in my own bullet journal, this is a thing I will carry forward. And then obviously the weekly view, I've got a spot over here for habits, the reading, workouts, cleaning, all that stuff I like to put into the habits. But I'm not sure how I'll use the weekly spread. Maybe some journaling, maybe just some notes. This will be good for planning out the monthly and quarterly cleaning tasks, plus the art and gaming days. If you have any thoughts or tips or ideas of how I can use my weekly spread for my new goal setting, let me know in the comments. I am always open to ideas. And I also want to know, are you updating your goals? What's been working for you or hasn't been working? And what are you going to change for the last half of the year? Want more goal updates? Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And until next time, I hope your coffee helps you get it all done.